Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Royalty Now. A week or two ago, I posted a link on Twitter saying, hey, have you seen my royal news channel, Royalty Now? Do you think I'd put out a new video? Nope, totally forgot. Impending parenthood will do that to you. So, like I said, I'm going to be tweaking the schedule for the Royalty Now news updates, and heck, it might not even be a news update. It might just be, a rant of some kind based on a silly news story, about the royals one day, or just, a basic commentary, something like that. So, without further ado, let's begin. And happily, the Diana news is thinning out. August is done, so that means that we are free. At least until next year, when we have more promos for things and more conspiracy theories coming out. Anything that might mean that someone could cash in on a dead woman. It's just gross. I just try to tune it out every year, but sometimes these things just have a way of rearing their ugly heads. Prince William is saddened to learn of the death of a retired Army officer who helped run the game reserve where he proposed to Kate Middleton, now Duchess of Cambridge. Lieutenant Colonel David Parkinson, 58, was killed after a gang of 5 robbers, armed with machetes and a gun, broke into his house in Kenya. Sad, sad, sad. His wife was home at the time, but Mrs. Parkinson thankfully survived, but now her husband is dead. And I know Prince William does probably feel terrible, but I hate these press-specific reactions. Oh, I'm saddened. It's a heartfelt tragedy, my sympathies. Just for once, I'd like somebody to come out, especially on something as gruesome as this, and just say, what the Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, have been rumored to be rekindling their romance. The idea for this came about when Sarah was spotted arriving with Prince Andrew and their 2 daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, at the Queen's Balmoral estate. Mind you, Sarah hasn't been there in about 20-some-odd years. And I have occasionally wondered whether or not they would get back together. Both have reportedly been dating other people over the years, but I wonder how often the York living arrangements affect these relationships. Of course, they live together under the same roof, and they say it's for the benefit of their little family unit and their daughters, which is admirable. But I imagine it would be somewhat awkward to date someone who lives in the same house as their ex-spouse. So if the couple were going to rekindle their own romance, I guess that would make sense. But both say there are no sparks. They are simply on good terms with each other and are raising their daughters. And while this is true, the Yorks certainly are not Prince Joachim of Denmark and his ex-wife, Alexandra. Now you may remember, Alexandra Manley, a princess through her marriage to Prince Joachim, and now Countess of Friedrichsborg, made a clean break with the prince. Both went on to marry someone else. They don't live in the same house anymore. And their 2 young sons seem very happy and well-adjusted, and they seem to get on very well with both step-parents. It seems healthier to do it that way, rather than how the Yorks are doing it, but that's just me. The now abdicated Albert, King of the Belgians, is going to be brought into the spotlight once again. Instead of quiet retirement, while his son, now King Philippe, takes the throne, it seems that Albert's former mistress is going to be featured in a documentary showing up in early September. Baroness Sibylle Longchamp stayed silent while her former lover was king, but now that he has stepped down, she agreed to have the documentary she filmed released. She wanted to keep it under wraps until he either died or abdicated, whichever came first. And as we all know, he abdicated on July 21st. The reason for his abdication was stated as being because of poor health. A woman stating that she is the product of Albert's affair with the Baroness, Delphine Boel, a 45-year-old artist, has come forward in a very public manner, and I guess she has been, over the years, trying to have Albert recognize her as his daughter. She's come forward very publicly stating that she wants DNA tests for her alleged half-siblings, now King Philippe, and Princess Astrid. Some say that she is just out to ride the coattails of royalty, but many also say that it's about time that Albert recognized his daughter. Boel is very reminiscent of King Albert's mother. She's also the spitting image of Prince Laurent, Albert's youngest child and second son. Thanks to royalblog.nl for the information. And over at the Daily Beast, they have a few snaps of Kate and William and their visit to Anglesey in Wales. Kate, 5.5 weeks later, looking fabulous as usual. Kate and William were out to support the 135-mile ultramarathon which circumnavigates the island of Anglesey, where the couple have been living for the past 2 years. Needless to say, all eyes were on Kate, who looked great, and she looked very, very happy. She had that very nice new mom glow about her. But I guess this wasn't exactly a planned visit. Kate kind of decided at the last minute that she would attend this event in order to thank the residents of Anglesey who have been so wonderful to the two of them. Kate stated that her mother, Carol, was at home babysitting little Prince George. All right, well that is it for today. Once again, I'm sorry about the lack of videos lately. Going to have to try to juggle my schedule a bit here as impending motherhood comes upon me. So thank you again for joining me, and as always, take care and God save the Queen.